Volcán de agua. En tus cicatrices veré el paso del tiempo.
In all of God's creation, Guatemala holds a unique beauty. Guatemala is a blend of sweeping landscapes, rich culture, and generous people. Woven into this beauty is a history of pain, violence, and war. Among the segments who have suffered most are the indigenous Mayan people. As a faith response to the degradation of a 30-year civil war, different conferences, districts, churches, and UMC-affiliated organizations have worked to be a means of grace. Modern Guatemala still bears the scars of the collision between two cultures: the Mayans, who lived in the land for more than 1,200 years, and the Spanish, who came to conquer it in the early 16th century. While the Spanish did much to impact culture in Guatemala, large windows into the Mayan past still remain. The ancient pre-colonial city of Chichicastenango was our home base for the week. We enjoyed local accommodations, living in the community and learning more about its people. We also enjoyed the open market in Chichi, which is purported to be one of the largest open markets in all of Latin America. Each morning we shared a brief formation experience that served to remind us of why we were there. Among the most pressing and persistent needs is for wood efficiency stoves. Throughout the northern rural highlands, teams of people partnering with local leaders are installing stoves and training families to use them. A major concern that prompted these stoves is the incidence of lung disease among adults who breathe the smoke from open pit fires. Added with this is the high infant mortality rate due to preventable respiratory illnesses. A second major concern is the environmental effect of deforestation as a result of excess wood gathering. A typical family could expect to gather some 90 pounds of wood a day, most days of the week. The stoves we installed use 25% of the wood to accomplish the same amount of work. We had many grateful families that we served through the course of this week. Many posed for pictures for us. At the end of the week, the people we served gathered together, and out of their meager stores of food, they provided a feast of gratitude for the team. In cooperation with Methodist mission organizations from Texas, we help support the Salud y Paz Clinic and Susanna Wesley School. This is a multifaceted ministry which is an effort to provide medical and dental care, nutrition information, and preschool education to nurture the next generation of the community. The clinic and school employ a mix of local doctors, dentists, and teachers, as well as volunteers from North America that include support personnel, doctors, surgeons, and nurses. Their equipment is hand-me-down. Their space is inadequate, but they've learned to adapt to their surroundings to serve their community well. They're moving toward the construction of a new surgical suite, but much of their equipment is old and outdated, and they could use new equipment. The second major project we were involved in was the construction of 2 new classrooms at the only school in the community of Chuaba. Illiteracy continues to be a major issue contributing to poverty and disease in Guatemala. Many persons do not progress beyond the 3rd grade. There's an overall lack of space, education materials, and tuition support. As the school year began in January of 2014, there were 450 students enrolled. Classroom sizes were ballooning, and there was inadequate space to serve them. There was a definite need for a second story and 2 new classrooms. By the first week in February, enrollment was already up to 471 people. The spirit and enthusiasm of the children, teachers, and staff was definitely contagious. Alongside local masons, a few of our team laid about 500 blocks to move the project forward. The Widows Cooperative is a major partner and supplier for the local goods we sell to raise money to support the ongoing work. This co-op was born of a violent episode in the Civil War. When local soldiers and militia came in the early 1980s to conscript the men of this village, they refused. The soldiers gathered them together in the church and bombed it, killing all who were present. The Weaving Cooperative was born as a means by which the widows could support their families. After a week of work, we toured the area of the northern rural highlands, and we came to discover the great diversity of the Mayan culture, and we learned more of their history. The Mayan people are on the cusp of a new future. Partnerships between local relief workers, North American churches and agencies are making it possible to educate the next generation of leaders in an era of peace. The health and nutrition education that's being provided will establish a firm foundation for families and children, helping them to succeed. Each person who participated in this experience was forever changed. You're invited to come on a future trip, to step into a new world of service. Your support of this mission is an integral part of their new future. If you aren't able to come to Guatemala, please give generously in support of this project, as together we work toward a new day for the Mayan people of Guatemala.